God bless you and welcome to the channel. Today I'll be talking to you about how to use nutrition as a tool to fight cancer. So stick around. I'll be back in a few seconds. So today I'll be talking to you about how I use nutrition as a tool to fight cancer. But before that, I'd like to talk to you about some doctors and some cancer survivors. They have uploaded videos to this great platform, which is YouTube. And before that, before I go any further, I'd like to apologize to you because of I'm suffering of this called chemo brain. It's a side effect where you have memory lapses, you have issues trying to communicate verbally. I used to be very articulate when it comes to verbal communication. However, as a result of the chemotherapy I've been receiving, I've been having a real hard time even remembering items, the name of a toaster or the name of a pet or a friend. So I want to apologize for that because sometimes the videos are not as fluent as they should be. But I want you to understand that it's because of this side effect. After I started getting these treatments, these chemotherapy treatments, I find it very difficult to stitch up good sentences to articulate a little better. So in any case, moving on, I want to talk to you about these people that I mentioned to you, some doctors and some cancer survivors. They have uploaded videos to YouTube. One of them is Dr. Thomas Seyfried. He is a PhD. I believe, is a professor in Boston College. And he has written a book called Cancer as a Metabolic Disease, which I read, and is a very impressive work. As I mentioned to you, Dr. Thomas Seyfried wrote a book. And I'm not sponsoring this book, and I'm not getting any pay. I'm just telling you the what I do to have a better quality of life, and this is one of them, being well informed. So this is the book that I was talking to you about, Dr. Thomas Seyfried, called Cancer as a Metabolic Disease. Is a very good book, very interesting. And I agree with most of what he has to say over here. He mentioned about doing a ketogenic diet, which I kind of do, but not necessarily exact like that. There's another book written by Miriam Kelman, and it's also the foreword is by Dr. Thomas Seyfried. This book is also very good. It's called Keto for Cancer. And like I said, I'm not getting anything. I'm not sponsoring these books. I'm just sharing with you the things I do to fight the disease and to have a better quality of life. Some of these doctors are, as I mentioned before, Dr. Thomas Seyfried, PhD in Boston College. There's Dr. Stan Egbert. He has lots of good videos on diets and fasting. Dr. Eric Berg, he's very good. He has quite a few videos about fasting, which is fascinating the way he does his presentations, and I highly recommend all these doctors to you. Just go on the search bar on YouTube, and you'll find all kinds of videos about these doctors. I believe that this can be very helpful to you. There's Dr. Dom D'Agostino, I believe. I believe he worked with Dr. Seyfried, if I'm correct. There's quite a few doctors. Dr. Amy, I think she's a doctor, and she's also a cancer survivor. And she's got tons of videos, very informative stuff. And some of the survivors I was talking about that I wanted to briefly touch with you. Number one being Owen. Owen, have watched tons of his videos. He's a very energetic now, a very energetic guy. But Things didn't start it like that when he first got diagnosis, and kind of like my story. He's got some real good videos. I believe his channel name is Cancer Thriver Owen, and he's got some real good videos. There are quite a few survivors. Dr. Amy's got lots of videos, and there's the story of Joe Tippins, which is not that popular, but there's his story. He was only given, I believe, 3 weeks to survive, and now that was, I believe, 12, 13 years ago, and he's still around. And I believe he went into remission by taking fenbendazole, ivermectin, and some other protocols that he followed. So there's quite a bit of information on this platform. And with that said, so let me talk to you about what I do. And you have to know your own body. You have to know the things that agree with you and the things that don't agree with you, things that make you sick, things that give you additional side effects that can make your life a little more complicated than it should be. So what I do is I eat organic food, most of it when I can find it, organic vegetables, organic fruits, organic meats, grass-fed beef. I don't eat much pork, but when I do, it has to be organic. And I eat a lot of chicken, and I eat fish every once in a while. So in addition to that, in addition to eating organic things, you have to watch for highly processed, like I mentioned a few minutes ago, highly processed foods. You have to kind of implement the keto diet when it comes to bread or things that turn into sugar, like bread, white rice. There's so many things that, like French bread and things like that turn into sugar. So I minimize the consumption of those things the best I can. I'm not doing a full ketogenic diet per se, but I do eat organic fruits. I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. In addition to the fruits and vegetables, I do green juicing. Green juicing, you can incorporate spinach, kale, celery, green apple, or there are so many recipes online that you can find. So I do a lot of green juicing. Also, I do fruit juices, and my favorite being banana, strawberries, blueberries, mixed with organic almond milk. That's very delicious. You don't need to add any sugar. Like I said, it is proven that sugar feeds cancer. So I stay away from sugar, and I would suggest for you to do the same. In addition to that, the meats that we consume, like beef, mostly is grass-fed, organic, and we cook it well. We don't. In my case, this is my own preference. I don't eat it medium rare or rare. I do it medium well or well done. And I eat a lot of chicken, and I eat a lot of for breakfast. My breakfast. Well, let me start with a routine one day, what I eat for one day. So in the morning for breakfast, trying to, like I said before, trying to fit my 2 meals within the 6 hours. What I do first, around 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning, I eat 2 scrambled eggs. I eat some red beans, sometimes refried, and I eat sour cream, organic sour cream, and perhaps a little sliver of cheese, whether it's feta cheese or cotija, Mexican cheese, and a couple of cups of coffee, and that's pretty much my breakfast. Most of the time, I eat maybe 3 or 4 corn tortillas, which I don't think is is a good thing. I'm trying to kind of change that to get some wheat tortillas made out of wheat. So that's my first meal. My second meal is when I eat the beef with some pico de gallo salsa, tomato, cilantro, onions, lime, Celtic salt. And speaking of Celtic salt, at least three times during the week, before I eat any meal, before I eat a cup of coffee, what I do is I squeeze half a lemon in a warm glass of water, and I add some Celtic salt to it, and just to help me tone my digestive system to be able to get it prepared to receive the food. And that's what I do 2 or 3 times a week. Then I proceed to eat my eggs with the beans. And for my second meal, I eat grass-fed beef with salsa, sometimes with some brown rice or a salad. And I do that routine along with some juicing. In between meals, I do the vegetable juicing or green juicing or the fruit juicing. I alternate. I don't do both at the same day. I do fruit one day, vegetables or green juices the next day, and maybe skip a day, and then I do the same routine. And I can guarantee you that has given me a good quality of life, a good function of my digestive system. You have kind of settled the digestive system for a while. And eating organic is nothing new for me or for us. My wife and I have been eating organic for about 15 years. And for those of you who don't know me or are watching this video or watching me for the first time or have visited this channel for the first time, in October of 2023, I was diagnosed with stage 4 colorectal cancer with signet ring. Signet ring is a very aggressive form of cancer, and for what we were told, the rate of survival is about 2%. On October 17th, when the disease was confirmed, I was told by the oncologist in the hospital that if I was to take chemotherapy, I was looking probably to live a couple of years. And if I refused to take any treatment, then I only would have about 6 months. So that was on October of 2023, and we are now in September 2025. And I can tell you, I couldn't feel better. I feel better than before I was diagnosed. And I attribute that, like I was mentioned to you, because my wife and I have been eating organic fruits and vegetables and grass-fed beef for more than 15 years. And I think that kind of slowed down the progression of the disease all these years. And I believe that is what helping me now. But now I have other tools in the toolbox, right? I have other weapons in the arsenal to fight the disease, such as the holistic supplements that I take, vitamin D, potassium, and the typical medicine that your family doctor would prescribe to you, such as metformin, atorvastatin for high cholesterol, and my typical blood pressure pill and my acid reflux pill. So another thing that I do is I check my pH balance as frequent as I can, maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, to make sure that I'm on the alkaline side rather than the acidity side. And I try to also do that. So there are a whole array of things you can do to improve your quality of life, especially if you're just starting to get the treatment, because I can tell you that the treatment, the one I got, which was the most powerful treatment anybody can get for my condition that I was diagnosed with, which is called FOLFOX. And I'm telling you, like my neuropathy, I can't feel the tip of my fingers, I can't feel my toes. My hands have turned pretty dark. My face too. I have these black spots, and all over my face, all over my body. Tearing don't stop. I keep constantly tearing. The mental or memory fog is something that is a side effect from that, and who knows what else, right? Fatigue and lack of energy, lack of focus, a lot of things. So in any case, the nutrition has a lot to do with it, along with supplements and exercising. I try to exercise. I'm gonna be doing another video about exercising. So I haven't posted or uploaded videos recently because 2 weeks ago I did a CT scan, and the CT scan was kind of inconclusive according to what the oncologist told us. So he said that the technician had reported some activity. So just to be safe, he made me do a PET scan last week, and the PET scan wasn't that conclusive either. As far whatever I could understand, I didn't read anything or interpret anything that said that there was the disease was active. In any case, I saw the doctor a few days back, and the doctor said that there was no activity, and that everything remains the same, and that my treatment will continue to be as it is now, which is called a maintenance treatment. So I'm not doing the whole FOLFOX. I stopped that about a year ago, once I did my 12 rounds of FOLFOX. So right now I'm on a maintenance kind of treatment, still chemotherapy, but it's less powerful, and the side effects are less. However, from the FOLFOX, all the side effects like my neuropathy, it's probably permanent. This is probably permanent. I probably won't feel anything with my fingertips ever again. I probably won't feel my toes, probably for the rest of my life. I know that there are medicines, and I will be starting to take some medicine for neuropathy, see if that helps me. And there are some treatments that you can do for neuropathy. So with all that said, nutrition, it is a very important factor in the fight against cancer. And if there's any other tool in the toolbox I can find, I would gladly share it with you. So with that said, I will conclude this video with a blessings and for all you viewing me, and I feel grateful. And you know what? Before I let you go, there's one thing that is very important to have, and it's the support of someone, family member. In my case, my wife she's been outstanding. She's been wonderful in supporting me on everything I do, and supporting my decisions based on the information and the education we get from books like the ones I show you, and other videos that you see on this great platform. YouTube is great because you find everything and anything you want to find about everything. So it is great. I have seen wonderful doctors here, wonderful people, wonderful people that have survived cancer, who are in remission. So a good support base at home is wonderful. If you have friends, we have a great friend. I'm not gonna say her name, but she knows who I'm talking about because she's the only friend that helped us tremendously. She had a son that was diagnosed with terminal cancer when he was, I believe, 9 years old, and now he's 37. And so that tells you that the amount of of knowledge, the wealth of knowledge she brings into our lives to be able to fight this disease and to be able to survive, or at least extend my life with a good quality of life. So get yourself some good support base and avoid stress, and get people around you who support you, who would encourage you, and who would do bring happiness and positive things into your life. So with that, I will let you go, and I will see you on my next video. And God bless you. And until then.